Ted, we've got a good 10 minutes. There's your rant.
Right.
Ted
It's
rant.
very it's very rare that I rant. As
Because he
say
sits
you
on the
don't see
fence, you
this
see. He
often. I
sits
sit on the
there.
fence, but it is time after this week in
It's
AEW.
time.
It's this time. It is time for me to have my rant. So I want to start off with. I'll start off with two things that happened this week. I'm gonna ignore the really good thing in Will Ospreay and Kenny. Actually, no, I am going to bring up because that's stupid. It's the Will Ospreay and Kenny thing. Why is Kenny apologising to Will for Will stabbing him in the head with a fucking screwdriver? Dumb. And say Tony Khan's an absolute dumbass.
I agree.
And then you've got
Bigger man.
the big people. Bigger man. Okay. Then we've got Private Party, who bigged up to be your next tag team champions. You've got Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin just wander through them in one fell swoop, and that just kills the Private Party. Let's get them released. Let's get them gone in the bin, back to the Indies you go, because that's pointless now. You've just killed them off. Also,
He ain't lying, though.
MJF and Will Ospreay have one of the best matches of the year last year. Also, you have MJF the year before selling out Wembley versus Adam Cole. What is MJF doing right now? You ask. He's in a fucking feud with Jeff Jarrett over nothing, like a nothing feud. He has been so wasted. That guy should get in touch with Triple H ASAP and let's get that contract booked in. That he wants that tattoo on his leg removed because he's ruining your career. Tony Khan, you do not know what you're doing anymore. You've shown you have no knowledge for the wrestling business. Just sack it off. Get someone else in. Pay Scott D'Amore all the money he wants to save your company because you're getting close to where it's going to be a point of no return. You were banked on a big Australia pay-per-view, which is now a replacement for Collision.
Yeah, that's
Today's
a joke.
been announced you're selling 2-for-1 tickets, and you're still not selling
it's
out
like
a
City.
pay-per-view. You're still not selling out a venue where you don't show a lot. It's just absolutely baffling. I don't know anymore how you save AEW. It's getting to the point where we're WCW levels of booking right now. Is Vince Russo in charge? Is that why these booking decisions?
Imagine if that's actually the case and Vince Russo comes out as the booker. Vince Russo books himself to win the world title. Sorry, Ted.
Literally, there's only three things that I'd say are positive right now in AEW. The Tony Storm and Mariah May, and that's if they can deliver on the match.
Yeah, because the first match weren't exactly. It was okay.
Exactly. You've got Kenny coming back, and he's as hot as he is, and
just
he can go in the ring.
Sorry, yeah, go on. I'll do my bit afterwards. My bit. It's not a bit. It's just my opinion.
And you've got Takeshita, who is absolutely banging it and having bang out matches. They're the three best things of your company. Obviously, Will's great, and he can have like matches, banger after banger, but he needs to do something. The Death Riders are dead. It's a dead storyline. No offense, John. I know he loved John Moxley, but for me, this Death Riders thing. They don't know what the fuck that's going on anymore. They come in with an idea, and that idea has been scrapped, and they don't know what they're doing. But yeah, that's my nutshell about AEW.
It's a Ted not sitting on the fence. I like it.
It's because, Matt, I've sat here for 5 years, and you sent me a video with Dolph Ziggler talking about this. I had everything behind AEW. I hated WWE, hated everything WWE stood for. So I had that AEW was the fucking beaming light of this was going to save the industry, and it's gone to shit in less than 5 years. It has gone to shit. Like it's not. I sound like fucking thingy with Wenger. It's time to go. It's
time to go.
It's time for Tony Khan to give the hand.
He's done it again, that hurricane.
Even if it's Daniel Bryan, let him. I know he's not a booker, but give it someone else because you blatantly can't do it yourself. Like, and have some balls to. I know you want to give the wrestlers freedom to book the matches how they want to feel it, but you've got to fucking have some input there, and see because. But yeah, it's one of them where that's my feelings on AEW right now. I don't watch any of the week. I went from watching every show that I could watch, or watching everything, and now I just don't watch anything. I don't care. I'll catch up with the main segments on YouTube. I pay £7 a month to chill for no fucking reason, because majority of the time I don't watch it.
John?
But yeah, that's me done.
That's me done.
Oh yeah, I'm done. We've got a great match to look forward to next week. Claudio Castagnoli versus Jeff Jarrett. Just what everyone wants to see. And so actually, let's go back to Collision. So we had the big show. You had Saturday night's main event on. And you had Collision on. You opened your show with Samoa Joe versus Nick Wayne.
That'll put butts in seats.
Yeah, I can't wait.
But that's a storyline.
Yeah, but you know you're going up against.
It's going up against Saturday Night Main Event, but that's a storyline.
Which we've just said is a glorified house show.
Yeah.
I tell you what, John. John. Tell you what, I really want to see. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, and Roderick Strong. I tell you, the fighting, mate. Absolute banger of a trio. This Daniel Garcia, Matt Menard, and Angelo Parker. So a commentator and someone that's not been there for months. They say, but I'm Daniel Garcia, is he TNT title still? Is he one of the champions? Yeah. They say who's doing nothing.
Is he still champ?
Yeah, again, Daniel Garcia, please.
So I'm not defending him, but I'm going to be the defender here, right? So they're giving TV time to guys, right? So if WWE stopped giving TV time to Carmelo Hayes, Andrade, LA Knight, and stuff, you'd be on the other side going, well, why are we not seeing these guys? We're only seeing the main guys. Collision, they're giving them TV time. Matt Menard's Magic thing he's been on commentary because his tag team partner's been off on maternity leave. Why his missus, now wife, he got married and they've had a baby. So they returned. They put him back in the group that they were a part of originally before they went to the JSS with Daniel Garcia. So
I
they're
haven't
putting
got a
him back
problem
on
with
TV.
that. But you've got three of the biggest superstars that they've got in Adam Cole, Roderick Strong, and Kyle O'Reilly. They should be nowhere near each other. They should be nowhere near.
But they've got nothing for them. They've got nothing for them. So this is it. Adam Cole's only coming back from an injury. So's Kyle O'Reilly and so's Roderick Strong. They put them back together. They give everybody this Undisputed Era vibes. But this is it. Jeff Jarrett and the MJF stuff. I agree. MJF shouldn't be nowhere near that, but MJF's probably, it's probably been one of Jeff Jarrett's. If he's on his farewell tour, it's probably one of the matches he's asked for. Because he wants to go out.
No. MJF's one of my top guys. Fuck off.
Yeah, but you can't have a rant about something like that if that's something that has been requested, and MJF's happy to do it. Because MJF, let's be honest, MJF's got the power to go, nah, not interested in that one. He's agreed to this one.
He's sad that MJF's just nowhere near the world title right now.
Because he doesn't fit the storyline what's in it. He's not the face to take the title off Moxley. He's not a face, he's a heel.
This Death Riders thing is just killing like the entire top of the
Death Riders thing. It doesn't have legs on it. It doesn't have legs on it, and it doesn't have legs because the booking never paid off. They didn't pay off for the booking when the plan with Darby, and that's because Darby decides he wants to climb a fucking mountain instead of fucking wrestling.
Well, again, that's how Tony Khan saying no.
Yeah. This is it. It's Tony Khan not saying no. But this is it. The booking is shit. It absolutely shit. But
it's wank.
That's what happened when you let the asylum run itself.
So
it is.
I've just got a couple. Well, I'll put my 2 cents in the next week. I know we're waiting for mine. Dave Meltzer received these comments from a source regarding young talent in AEW, and he says this is where Tony's at fault. I appreciate the radio show comments, young AEW talent needing to work. It's so true, but nobody seems to be able to get through to Tony. And it's not entirely on the company. You have to remember the position these guys are in. Yes, Top Flight needs more in front of an actual live crowd and not a couple hundred waiting for a taping at the end of the 11:45 p.m. But these guys are also making well into six figures. They aren't going to hustle for indie work or push Tony about it. Very few indie promoters can afford what AEW guys want to charge. I get why they don't want to be out there hunting for $250 each when Tony is paying them whenever they work or not. It's the perfect type of shows too because it won't be filmed and it will be in front of a small super hot PWG-esque crowd. The type of atmosphere these guys need to be performing in front of, but instead they'll either sit at home or work a 3-minute Ring of Honor match in a random city in front of a comatose crowd, maybe their only match of the month. This is where Tony is at fault, because Tony needs to be the one telling these guys they need to work. It's part of their job because it's AEW future. So he's saying, basically, the AEW young talent, yes, Tony needs to do better. At the same time, the AEW young talent need to be looking hungry and ready to say, Tony, I want to be on TV. And they're not. They're happy to be in thing. Look at Ethan Page. Ethan Page was sitting in catering. He wasn't happy. He fucking left, and now he's fucking one of the main event guys on NXT and won't get brought up to the main roster.
I said it 2 weeks ago. Tony Khan needs to say thank you for your time and best wishes in the future endeavour. He needs to go set of balls and cut the talent that's just sitting there and taking his money off him. Because it's right. They've got contract where they can work independent circuits.
Yeah.
They have got the contract where they can. Darby's done it. Mox has done it with GCW. They can go and work independent circuits. But why should they when they can just turn up, sit in catering, eat dinner, and go home and get a six-figure figure? You look at football. We've got players out there that are happy to go and sign for the biggest teams in the world to sit on the bench. I'll give you an example. Calvin Phillips, Scott Carson. Scott Carson has made a career of sitting on the bench at the big wigs. He's got two brands. He needs to fucking bin one of them off and consolidate and get rid of the dead weight. Kill off ROH completely. Just put ROH to sleep. Leave it dead. Disband all the titles. Booking wise, he needs to bring in the booking step back. Absolutely, I've said it for a long time as well. As long as he's letting them pick basically picking who to choose and what to do, you're going to get matches like MJF and fucking Jeff Jarrett. Unfortunately, because they're agreeing to it themselves. I mean, like I said before, MJF has got enough pulling power to go, I ain't working in Jeff Jarrett's storyline. Fuck that.
Yep.
He would have the same power and say as Roman Reigns probably does in WWE right now because of the big deal he signed. So he's agreed to this. That's why I'm not asked about this whole storyline, because he's agreed to it. He's agreed to that. Obviously, Samoa Joe coming back and taking Nick Wayne on. It's the storyline continuation because they injured him.
Yeah, I know. It's one of them.
Right. So Samoa Joe's been off TV for X amount of weeks. Walks back in and takes out Daniel Garcia. Takes the title off him straight away. There'll be issues there. Not necessarily with you, but other people have issues with that. Oh, Garcia's not had a shot. And then no dependent Joe walks back and takes it off him. There'll be issues there. Let's be honest, Private Party, you was moaning a few weeks ago that Private Party won the titles.
Yeah.
Now you're moaning that
two ex-WWE guys. Yeah. My thing is, though, John, is
we knew that. Would you rather then WWE guys come in and take mid-card tag team titles and try and do something in that division than going in and Bobby Lashley dropping the fucking world title around his waist? What they're doing with Mercedes Moné, she's what, 5 belts deep now?
And don't even get me started.
Yeah.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, your big one, this one, guys. Your next number one contender for Mercedes Moné to beat is Yuka Sakazaki in a 1.5-star match from this Saturday.
The women's division, he needs these heads. She needs to drop all them titles, and he needs to rebrand it all. There's a lot of things wrong there, but then at the same point, if things people are complaining about now, they complained about when he did it. I say the Private Party thing. You're not the only person who moaned this week about it, but they see people moaning, and you were one of them.
I think the issue with the Private Party thing is the fact that they've not been seen on TV.
No.
So when I said it was a stupid decision to drop the button. Listen, I'm not a fucking AEW. I don't watch it every week, but I said it was a stupid decision to let the Bucks drop them to them. And then what I said was, if they're on TV week in, week out and they make me care, then I'd be okay with it. But since they won the titles, I think they've been on, Dynamite, I think I read the other day 4 times since they won the titles.
So I'd rather have the Young Bucks to have dropped them to someone like the Hounds of Hell now with the ex-House of Black.
I wouldn't mind them dropping into Private Party, but show me Private Party. That's what I wanted.
Yeah, this is it though. But this is where the people power comes into again.
Yeah. So it all comes down to one man.
Very fucking quickly. I mean, that first week they had that match and the Bucks beat them. The whole fucking social media world kicked off and moaned, but Private Party should have won that. They should have given him, let's give him it. So the following week he books him a second match and gives him it. The Bucks took time off. Right, they've not been on TV. They've not done anything. I think they've had one pay-per-view match. And it was a 4-way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was,
World's End.
And a 4-way. And then obviously now this week they've booked him in for a match against
Hurt Syndicate.
The Hurt Syndicate. They've lost. And people are kicking off a stink because the Hurt Syndicate took the title. It's like,
I mean, I think the people kicking off with Hurt Syndicate is the fact that there's tag teams there that where's FTR?
FTR, Top Flight. You've got.
I don't know Top Flight, so I can't fight with Top Flight.
Stuck in the Death Rider storyline without rating FTR.
Right, so why don't we give that a bit of a kick, because it's not got a kick, and give them the tag titles and let them fight over the trios titles? I think he's still got them. The Death Riders.
Yes.
No.
They've not been defended in fucking time.
I don't know.
Yeah, they have. It's them that's got.
But it comes back. It comes back to what John said. It's Tony. Tony's let these people do what they want and book what they want.
If you're booking it now, right, and you want the Death Riders to be successful, Death Riders hold all gold. They hold all gold hostage. You've got Adam Copeland,
you have them walking around with the briefcases, more briefcases. Like
they're all holding the so you have Copeland's chasing the main title, right? Whether you move from Copeland onto somebody else and you put Will or Kenny in that spot, right? Then you have the tag team division chasing the tag team titles. You have the trio titles being chased. They are, if you want to book the Death Riders to work, they are the new NWO. They own everything. They just walk out and take over the show. That's how you book that successfully. Now, if you want to book someone on the top of it, I only see you can either use a megastar to take John Moxley out, or you can use this opportunity to establish somebody new to take Moxley out and bring in a new era of a new people. Just like WCW did with Sting. He was the savior. I don't think Copeland is the right person to be the savior of AEW.
No.
I agree.
Copeland is a legend already. Copeland's on a farewell tour without actually saying he's on a farewell tour. So we've not got...
Everyone's on a fucking farewell tour at this point.
No offence, right? This sounds mental for me to say this. The one that should be the saviour of AEW is fucking Hook. Hook's got that mystique.
I said that a few weeks back. If you go back and watch the shows, I think I don't know actually. I might have said it in a text message. Hook takes the title contract off Christian, cashes in, and drops Moxley.
What about Swerve? Or Paige?
Swerve's fighting with Thingy, I know.
No, I know, but we're talking hypothetically here.
Oh, hypothetically.
So what about Swerve or Kenny or Will?
Hangers would be the one.
Oh, in an ideal world, if he hadn't fucking retired, Brian coming back and taking the title from Mox is the saviour. That's the.
No, I know, but I mean, with what we've currently got.
So with what I've got right now, I would prefer Hook to be the saviour, because Hook for me, if Tony's got any ounce of fucking sense left, I'd say he needs to fucking tie down Hook, because Hook is a major talent.
I think for me, Hook is the replacement for what John Moxley brings to the AEW the program, the locker room. He's the hard bastard that no one wants to mess with. No one wants to hear Moxley's music get announced if you're going on in a match, and you don't know who your opponent is. That's where they're building Mox up, and they have done since he's walked in. That everybody fears Mox to a degree, because he's the fringe lunatic, and I believe that Hook could be the next one that. And if you have it where Mox actually shows a bit of fear against Hook, you have the opportunity. But yeah, you've got your Swerves. Swerve can absolutely do the job too. Hangers,
Not new
I
Hanger.
don't know. I don't know, and I love Hangers. I just don't know no more. I don't know. I think Hangers has got himself too deep in this Texas death match, and obviously I don't think that's him. That's the booking team again. He's got deep, and any way he seems to resolve his feuds is in a death match. And as much as I don't mind him, I don't think that's what people want to see TV. You know what I mean? People are going to kick off him fucking stabbing someone in the cheek again and then stomping their head on fucking cinder blocks. But yeah, that's the way you book the Death Riders, that they run control, and you book someone to take them down.
You systematically, sort of Hook could just come and just be kidnapping people, those choking them out in the fucking cupboards and stuff throughout the building. And see, because it's believable.
But if I got the phone call tomorrow from Tony Khan, come in and help me save AEW, the first thing I'm going in, I'm doing a cull. I'm doing a cull.
Oh yeah.
I'm sitting him down. I'm saying, right, if you want to keep ROH open, it's the Elevate title people. Them titles are never seen again on AEW TV. So if they're on ROH, they're on ROH. It's like NXT for AEW.
So the first, if I got that call, the first thing I'd do is I'm bringing up Athena to the main. I'm getting rid of the Ring of Honor title. I'm bringing up Athena, and she's beating Mercedes Moné. That's the first thing that's happening.
Athena beats Mercedes Moné for one of the titles. Then you either keep Mariah May on there, but you book it to fucking hell, or you put Tony Storm back in there, but with an opportunity with Chris Statlander, because you got to get Statlander on the top of the table.
Yeah,
I'm killing off the likes of Top Flight. They're gone. Action Andrade gone. I don't even go as far as going as Brian Keith gone.
yeah.
If they're not willing to go out and put the grind in when they're not on TV, they're gone. They're not coming and sitting in catering getting a payday from me. They're not. Then you're booking it. Like I say, I'd rebook the Death Riders. And I just know it's a small thing, but the one thing that bugs me about the Death Riders when I see him, and Neville's with him, he's in full gear instead of like the rest of them. He doesn't suit. If he's not going to put the king, like they all
Street
wear, like
clothes on.
His civvies on when he's not in a match, he swap him out for somebody that's willing to do it. He comes out in these little trunks and his tape. It winds me up. But I'm booking them to take control. I mean, when they pull Rampage off.
I'd love for Thingy. No, like, what's the fucking name? Why can't I think of her name? The girl that's with the fucking Death Riders. Why can't I think of her name?
Maria Shafir.
Thank you. Why ain't she fucking battering women left, right, and centre?
This is it. Why is she just a briefcase carrier? Why isn't she going into the ring? Have fucking Mercedes Moné have a match with whoever it is she's booked into, and she's winning, celebrating all 5, 6, fucking 20 belts that she has. Have her come in and choke her out. Have her come in and choke her out, and have Mercedes Moné literally fearing from every corner because that's her new number 1 contender. Put that belt in a briefcase and let her carry that one around.
You get a briefcase. You get a briefcase.
That's it. Put the gold around the waist. Put the tag team titles around their waist. Take the trios off them. Trios fucking pointless. Put the gold around the waist. Give Pac and Utah the tag teams. Claudio the TNT. They hold all the gold. And then the storyline is then they're trying to get the AEW superstars are trying to take it back. They're your big heels. You have your other storylines like your MJFs and your Jeff
Daniel
Jarrett.
Garcia.
Fucking Jarrett's tour needs to finish early. Jarrett needs to get injured and finish early because it's Tony Khan going, shit, they're doing it well so for John Cena. I best do something. Oh, Jeff Jarrett, you're ready for retirement.
New Japan, you're doing Tanahashi's retirement tour. Then they've gone out.
I'd rather than give fucking CD a fucking retirement tour.
That's who should have had a retirement tour. Because there's so many stories.
You need to cull them off. You need to get them all together and let's say, right, if you're not on TV, I want to see you booking yourselves in somewhere. Get our name out there.
Yep.
But it's fucking. It's still entertaining. I still watch it and I enjoyed this week. And obviously, you said there about Kenny apologising. Will sort of did apologise at the beginning of the promo, and Kenny shot him straight down. And then he's apologised, because he's apologised for calling what he said when he took the mic off him. But I guarantee you now, you're annoyed at that. But in a couple of weeks' time, when they're tagging together, I'm going to need my tissues out for you.
Yeah, and it's like, I'm not saying, if you look back at WCW weren't all shit. They had the odd little good thing going on. But the majority of the show is shite. That's my point.
One of the issues you've got is, Ted, you said it last week with the ticket prices in WWE. This is the way I put it, and I'll stand on my fucking deathbed till I say it. You said WWE are going to suffer soon because of the ticket prices. They're fucking not.
They won't.
They're not.
The one reason why is the content's great. The content is at least good. You go on Raw. Raw's a good show now. Like 9 out of 10 times, it's a good show. SmackDown's suffering. SmackDown at the moment isn't great. It's missing a Roman Reigns. It's missing Cody being there. Well, Cody is there, but it's missing Cody being in action. But it is suffering a little bit. But people are still going to pay them ticket prices. One, because it's WWE and it's a big name product. And two, the content's good. AEW, I've just been looking at fucking ticket prices. The 2-for-1 for the fucking Australian shows and changing it from a pay-per-view to a TV show is fucking...
The booking an Australia pay-per-view, I don't fucking get it.
And then...
We said this when you were away. So it's not like when WWE booked that show. They've got Rhea Ripley, who's a fucking huge star. Let's say that.
They sold out their biggest arena, didn't they?
Yeah. Whereas AEW, they've got Buddy Murphy, who's great in the ring. They've got Carl Fletcher, who's great in the ring. And they've got Tony Storm. But they're not someone that's going to sell out a pay-per-view.
AEW should never have gone. AEW should never have gone to Australia. It took WWE how many years to take a show to Australia?
Yeah.
They shouldn't have done it. They shouldn't have booked it. AEW need to stay in the lane. And we've said it multiple times, and they sort of tried it, and it sort of worked at Christmas. They need to book places like the Hammerstein Ballroom. That's their level right now. Book them places out. Go back to fucking
Daly's place.
Whatever it was, where they did during COVID.
Yeah, Daly's place.
Daly's place. Start there, do a TNA, what TNA did at the beginning at Universal. Go to Daly's place. Stay at Daly's place for your weekly show, or keep like Collision at Daly's place. If you want to take Dynamite on the road, that's fine. Leave Collision at Daly's place. Because it's a smaller thing, you get a better atmosphere. Stay there. If they're going on the road with them, they need to be booking Hammerstein Ballrooms. They need to be booking the Full Sail University Arena, where it's a small, compact place. Then take your pay-per-views to a slightly bigger place once you've got there. I think because obviously Wembley's done slightly successful for 2 years for them in ticket sales. They have done slightly successful numbers there. He thinks he can take on this Texas one. I don't know how that's going to do.
The ticket sales are shit. They've sold out. I think they've only sold not even a half of the arena.
Listen, he's took that pay-per-view away from the UK that he would sell, 40,000 average tickets without any issues. Every year, he's took it away and they bring it to Texas. And it's not doing anything.
But Jericho's come out today and reckons they're only going to get 25,000.
That's it. The talent's saying it to him. There's a lot more underneath there. That's we can see it now with talent getting pissed off and going elsewhere. There's a lot more. Like, Forbidden Door. When's fucking Forbidden Door happening? The last 2 years, I've already had my all-in ticket bought by now.
Yeah, you did.
When's Forbidden Door coming?
Don't even know where the fuck it is.
Do you know what you should do in Forbidden Door? AO Arena. Or Co-op Arena.
Yeah.
Co-op would be sick.
Co-op Arena, Forbidden Door. It'll sell out. It will sell out. It could probably sell out twice because of the people who have been at Wembley the last 2 years are going to want it. And it's more central. It's more of a necessity. Do it. Put it in there. Look, the company's in the shit. The lunatics run the asylum. I fucking still enjoy watching it, and it's wrestling in general. Because if there's something happened in WWE, like we can say at this Rumble this week, like 90% of the fans that are going to watch Rumble this week are wanting CM Punk to win the Royal Rumble. And they are going to be the 90% of people that are going to be arsey when CM Punk doesn't win the Royal Rumble. But if he doesn't win the Royal Rumble and somebody else wins, that's not John Cena. Yeah. That's the other guy that they want. The wrestling do it. They feed to what the masses want. We talked about it on the predictions. The Yes Movement. As Matt talked into it, Daniel Bryan was injected into a main event because of the crowd wanted it. You can't win or lose. There's always going to be somebody unhappy in the world of wrestling.
It's true, and I do agree with you. I do think that as much as people will probably disagree, I think Tony needs to give the reins up to someone that knows what they're doing in wrestling.
For a long time.
But he says something when NXT is beating it week in, week out in ratings. And I know you said you don't care about ratings. You fucking should care about ratings if it's your TV show. But
you should do.
NXT did 812,000. Dynamite 655, and it weren't even a special show last week. The main event was Eddie Thorpe and Noble Femi.
No, you should do. When a developmental brand is beating what you would challenging to beat,
it's silly.
When it first launched, it was challenging Raw for viewership when it first launched.
Yeah, it was.
And now it's being compared to NXT. Absolutely, I agree with you. I tune into it. I enjoy it, and I get storylines. I enjoy it because the people that I like to watch are on there.
Yeah, no, I get that, and I'd never knock someone for enjoying what they like to watch. They like to watch it, but like when someone like myself who's trying to enjoy it and trying to get involved and trying to hook, so it's like it's the one thing I always say about AEW that doesn't hook me in is the commentary team. It's like SmackDown's commentary team shit, and I struggled on Friday watching SmackDown. It was shit because of the commentary team. They changed that commentary team up on AEW, where they had it the other week. Who was it that we said was really good?
I can't remember who it was now.
But it was the show I enjoyed because the commentary team was sick.
Yeah.
It's little things like that can change. I don't hear the
commentary team, so that's I know that you watching. I'm usually watching when I'm fucking working out, so I don't hear the commentaries really. I tune into that just like I tune into Raw, and I tune into SmackDown. I don't tune in because I need to watch these. Well, I sort of need to because we do this, but you take this aside. I would watch all that product if there's something on it I want to watch. There's been weeks where, obviously this week's a slightly different because I've just not been right this week, so I've just not watched. I watched Dynamite. That was because of that. I watched that before I started getting the way I was. But I haven't watched Main Event. I haven't watched Collision. I haven't watched Raw. I haven't watched SmackDown because I just can't focus on stuff right now. But I know there's bits on Raw. There's bits on SmackDown that I want to watch, so I'll make a point of watching them.
Yeah.
Bits. And that's how I do. That's how I look at it. If I don't watch it live because I'm doing a live stream, I'll get up the next day. I'll sort of have a scout around and see what's happened, and I go, "Fuck yeah, that looks mint. I'm going to watch it." But I don't just skip to that point. I will watch the show because there might be other bits, and that's how I've always done it. It's what draws me in, and there's people that draw me in as well, and it's just like you guys as well, like. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a name now.
What company?
So if somebody, a free agent, turned up in AEW, you'd tune in just to see what
Roman.
So Roman went free agency. And
I'd watch it to see what fucking happens. I'd make a point to watch that.
Yeah.
But the storyline shit. It's like Edge. Edge is perfect. Adam Copeland's perfect. Like, when he showed up, I made a point to watch AEW because Adam Copeland was in it and he's my second favourite ever wrestler. But now, I couldn't give a shit what Adam Copeland does. I could care less.
The Adam Copeland storyline right now, more of a hindrance to the divisions around because he's pulled one of the best tag teams out. Honestly, I think FTR right now, I wouldn't blame FTR if they're the next ones to walk out that door and return back in WWE.
We said that. Well, we said that on Saturday night, didn't we, FTR?
Yeah.
They're not being booked. I know they've done this storyline and they had sort of something going with Punk, but then he went. They're doing a storyline now, but how are you not booking them in the tag team titles?
In it.
How are you not? And then you've had the House of Black. Alistair's gone. Now you've got Brody and Buddy.
The Hounds of Hell that they're now calling themselves.
Why didn't you just break Brody away from him? Brody is a beast
But
of his
this
own.
is it.
Brody could be the savior of AEW.
This is the next step though. This is where it'll be going because if the Hounds of Hell don't take off, he runs a risk of losing. Buddy could go back, or Buddy would head back to WWE, but you could lose Brody to WWE, and that'd be a big loss.
Yep.
Big loss. Wardlow. Seen something online. I don't know if you shared it with me, Matt, or not. It might have been, but Wardlow could have been, and I know it was he did. It was a piss take.
Oh yeah, I did.
But I agree with it though. Wardlow could have been AEW's Dave Bautista.
Yeah.
All day.
You could have created an evolution in AEW around Wardlow working with MJF. But another young talent with MJF as the frontman. So MJF's the Triple H, Wardlow's the Batista, and Daniel Garcia is the Randy Orton.
Garcia, yeah.
And then you give them. Okay, you give him MVPs to Ric Flair.
Yep. Prince Nana.
Or Bobby Lashley. That's the fucking Ric Flair. He's the older guy.
No, because you're giving him somebody that's they can wrestle, but they're not going to wrestle all the time.
Okay. Yeah, I get what you mean.
So you give him someone like that. Somebody can wrestle if it called upon them, but they're not. You're not expecting them to wrestle each week. But bring something to the group. You can make that work, and that's where they were going with the Pinnacle. When they put the Pinnacle together, MJF, MJF, Shawn Spears. Was it FTR?
I'm sure FTR was in Pinnacle.
On Wardlow.
I'll just double check that.
I think it was. And it lasted for all 2 minutes. It feuded with Inner Circle and died.
Inner Circle was fucking mint.
It was. So you had MJF was the leader, Wardlow, Shawn Spears, FTR, and Tully was the manager.
He's had ample opportunities to create greatness there. The Death Riders, if they just made it like NWO, it would work.
Yeah. He needs to get his head out of his ass.
Now, it's like right now. No, Young Bucks are away doing a little bit of thing for New Japan and whatnot, and probably creating the relationship there. But they return back to the AEW. Where do you slot them in?
Maybe with Kenny, won't it?
No, because they're in a feud with Kenny.
That's what I mean.
Kenny was seen on TV.
That's what I mean.
So, but Kenny's stuck with the Don Callis family again.
Yeah, but as we're seeing, he just fucking one storyline ends as quick as possible. That's the issue with story. That you see storylines with WWE, even TNA storylines like with Moose and Nick went on for fucking months. Pay-per-view after pay-per-view, getting screwed until he won the title, and then he finally won the title, and then he moved on to somebody else. He moved on to Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry had 3 opportunities at the title, and then Joe Hendry won the title. Like WWE does the same with Gunther and with Cody.
Jay.
Like the storylines last. Sometimes like Rhea and Liv might last a bit too long, or Finn, Priest and Judgment Day. But then you get the the good ones that are like, do you know what? That's Drew and Punk paid off. Whereas AEW, you get your foundation, it starts, and after the next pay-per-view, it's gone.
Do you know what? If you want to create a group to go against Death Riders and say AEW, you create the group that created AEW. To go against the Death Riders.
Yeah.
But you've got a whole mess you've got to undo first to get it back together. Because they attack Kenny.
then you're doing what you complained WWE did about the Bloodline.
Yeah, this is it. You got to go and do a whole mess that they created because they wanted a Kenny storyline with the Young Bucks and Okada. So you got to go and do that mess. The Bucks have got to dump Okada, and then Kenny and Hangman's got to make up. So it's two messes you've got to undo. It's booking's just fucking silly. Because he probably will, when Tony Khan, he will probably book the Young Bucks to make a save on Kenny when the Death Riders are attacking him. And he'll all be all forgotten, hugged out in the ring. And then Hangers will come out and save them. Then the next week, they'll all be attacked and Hangers will come out and save them. And then it'll all be forgotten and hugged out again. And then the next thing we know, we'll have the Elite. Call promos every week of how about these guys are running right in this company, but they need to remember this is their company. And then we'll have Death Riders Elite all in. I've booked it. There you go, Tony. You can have that one for free. I don't want any credit for it.
I fucking would. One last thing. Ricochet as a heel, is it working? I've not watched it, so I don't know.
It's working at the moment to a degree because he's working Swerve.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
There's a reason I asked, but I'll let you finish.
The fact that Swerve's willing to work on the danger side with blood and like scissors and all that, it works. Take that away, I don't know.
Okay. There's a lot of as usual, internet wrestling community. They're all full of fucking idiots. Have all complained that they've changed Ricochet to a heel, but that's what they've wanted to change his character up and change him. So I've not watched Dynamite. Well, I watched Dynamite, like, was it last week? Whenever the commentary team changed for that week, I watched it because it was fucking good.
Last week.
But I've not really paid attention to Ricochet because I don't like him.
The thing is with Ricochet is, as far as I can think of, and I'm watching, as you're aware, I'm watching Lucha Underground at the moment as well.
Still need to fucking watch that as well.
He's always been face. He's never worked heel. So now he's been given an opportunity to heel. And they've given him an opportunity to work heel with somebody who could work really well on both sides. It's sort of feeling out stage at the moment. Let's see how it works with Swerve and how long he can carry it on. Because if he takes this, how he is with Swerve, into a feud against Will, it could work. But then if the next feud for Ricochet is fucking Action Ardati, it's not going to work. Because it's got no draw. That for him to work success, he needs a draw into it. You couldn't have him now go and work MJF because they're both heels, deep heels.
Yeah, and MJF would kill him.
It's not like the Swerve. Swerve's not a heel or a face.
No, he's not. He's a tweener. He's a tweener.
He's like that Kevin Owens sort of.
Yeah, they call them tweeners, don't they? Because they're in between.
Yeah. Everybody loves him, but he's not afraid to cut you open at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, that's
it. And they can't do that with Ricochet now because he's gone full heel, and so you couldn't work him like you could probably do work with him and Adam Cole, and it might work because you've got the super baby face to be. That's another group. Kill Undisputed Kingdom, kill it, take it out back, put a bullet in its head.
It should have never been put back together.
If you want to work,
bring in Bobby Fish.
Don't bring the Fish back.
Yes.
I just knew what you were going to say. That's why I said it.
Them as a group, you kill off Taven and Bennett, and you leave it as the Undisputed Era trio.
That's how it should be.
Do you remember when Bennett was in WWE with Maria?
I love Bennett.
What a fucking theme song they had, though.
It's
great.
Bennett is one of them underappreciated wrestlers for me.
Oh no, he is. He's fucking fantastic. Yeah, he is.
He's working TNA. If anyone wants to see why I like Bennett so much, go watch him in TNA.
Go and watch him on Main Event. It was really good. No, joking. In TNA, was great.
When he was doing stuff with Cody, it was great.
And I also don't think we're getting Cody heel at any point, to be quite honest with you. I think he's the Cena. I know. I think he's just Cena.
Do you know what? It's a pity.
They won the risk.
I reckon they could do it really well.
Yeah, they could do.
He stops dyeing his hair blonde.
Every week he changes something.
Yeah, he starts to dye his hair blonde, and every week, and then, as you said, he goes full Homelander and not giving a shit about nothing and nobody. Stops giving kids his belts.
Yeah.
just ignoring the crowd.
And then they have the
Keep
story.
working.
The Michael Cole like says in commentary, Cody didn't go to a meet and greet this weekend or stuff like that. You know, to start implementing the little things.
Yeah. But and you've got the opportunity that he's planted a seed to build the opportunity last night when he said to Punk about him being his friend. All his friends start stabbing him in his back.
That's what
He's still a champion. You leave a belt around his waist. All the friends keep stabbing him in the back. They're all out to get him. Everybody that he's worked with, Sammy, Jay, Seth, everybody that he's relied on in the last 12 months to 22 years, stab him in the back, trying to take him down. And he just snaps. Like you say, small things. Stops coming to the ring in his suits.
Blames the fans for him teaming up with Roman.
Yeah. Blames the fans for teaming up with Romans. Has a go at the fans because they keep calling him boring. And it's not his fault the talent are terrible.
Yeah.
And call out the locker room. And then, he stops coming out in the suits. Comes out in track suits.
Yeah.
He dyes his hair brown. He stops wearing the Homelander outfit on his entrance.
Yeah.
He doesn't acknowledge the woe. You leave Kingdom there, but you don't acknowledge the woe.
Would you slow Kingdom down a bit? This is a bit more heelish. Because you know when they slow down a song, it's a heel song.
Right, he stops coming out hitting the ground and doing the woe. He just comes out and he's just not asked. You can slow it down if you want. And yeah, you work him heel. And then if you really want to piss it off, the last 2 years, what's the one thing consistent Cody Rhodes has done? I'm doing this for me dad. I'm doing this for Dusty. Cut a promo. Do you know what? Why am I doing it for him? He ain't here no more. This is my time.
To be fair, he's not mentioned it in the past 3 months. Everyone else mentions it for him.
WrestleMania season.
No. What I'm saying is, though, everyone else mentions it for him.
Yeah, that's it. But yeah, he cut a promo about, all this time I've been doing this for Dusty. Screw this, I'll do it for myself.
Yeah, no, I
agree. This is me. He never got it, I did. I've got one. I'm better than he'll ever be.
Yeah. Perfect. There
you go, Trips. You can have that one, not for free, because that's going to sell shirts.
Yeah, we want rights to that one. We're gonna do 2 exits here because we're gonna do this in 2 parts. I'm gonna release this on Monday next week because we're nearly at 2 hours.
So cut it at Ted's rant and then.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. So I'm gonna finish this now as an AEW rant, and then we'll do an exit intro for the actual one. Well, that was Ted's rant. Well, started off as Ted's rant and then went into John trying to help, but realised that Tony's just a twat. Sorry, Tony. Yeah. But if you like what you see, comment down below your thoughts on AEW. Is Ted right? Is it all storyline? Is it all shit? Can it get better? How can it get better? You put it in the comment section below. Let us know in the Discord as well. Join the Discord. It is down below. Until next time. Yeet.
Yeet.
Peace.